Hello, my beloved students of degree third year. I hope all of you are well by the grace of the Almighty. Dear students, we are passing through a very crucial moment. That means we are undergoing a great challenge. What is the challenge? The challenge is COVID pandemic. Okay, but in order to save from this challenge, we can follow some advice. Firstly, unnecessarily we must not go out. If necessary, we will go out, but avoid gathering. Okay, or maintain social distancing. Then we must wear masks. Okay, I would like to welcome all of you who are with me from different corners of Bangladesh. You know, I am Shamar Sutradhar, lecturer of English department at Binokpur Degree College under Meham Modop in Malda district. Today, I am here to focus on framing WH questions that I started in my previous class. In my previous class, I totally focused on how to make questions with WH words. That means when and how. When and where. Today, I will talk about framing WH questions with how. Okay, dear students, you are advised to take your pen and khata with you so that you can write down the things necessary for you. At the same time, you are told to ask me questions if you fail to understand regarding framing WH questions. Okay? In order to make WH questions, we have to maintain a standard structure that I already informed or discussed in my previous class. Okay? What is the standard structure? Dear student, the standard structure is related to inversion. What is inversion? We have already known that. Okay? Inversion is the process by which verb is placed before the subject. In order to make WH questions, we have to use WH words, that means what, why, where, when, how, at the beginning of the sentence. And we must, after WH word, we must maintain the process of inversion. Okay? And at the end of the sentence, we will put question marks. If we fail to put question marks, the answer will not be correct. Okay? Today, I am going to talk about framing WH questions regarding how. That means how many, how much, how old, how far, how long, how, and that is how often. Dear students, we know Every assertive sentence gives us information. That means from the assertive sentence we get information. The information is about time, the information is about manner, the information is about place. That means every sentence gives us information, and according to the sentence, according to the information, we will use these WH words at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, and then we use the process of inversion. Okay, dear students, as for example, he entered the room silently. He entered the room silently. In this sentence, we get information about the way of action. Okay, that means here we get information about manner. If we get the information about manner or way of behaving or way of action, we will use how. Okay, we will use how as the WH words. Okay, then according to the structure, then we will put auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb. If we do not get auxiliary verb directly, we will choose auxiliary verb on the basis of main verb. As the main verb is in past form, we will use did. We will use did as an auxiliary verb. Then we will put subject. How did he? Then I will put main verb. How did he enter? The room. Okay? This is the exact answer. How did he enter the room? The answer is he entered the room silently. I am repeating again. Every assertive sentence gives us information. Okay? If we get the information about the way of behaving or manner, then we will use how in order to make WH question. Okay? I am giving another example. He did it perfectly. He did it perfectly. In this sentence, we get information about the way of action, that is about manner. He did it perfectly. Okay? For this information, we will put how. How main verb. Okay, do did. So according to the structure, after WH words we will put auxiliary verb, and auxiliary verb will be fixed on the basis of main verb. If the auxiliary verb is absent in the sentence, okay? How then? As the main verb is in past form, we will put did as an auxiliary verb. How did? Then we will put subject. How did he? Then we have to put the present form of the main verb. How did he do it? Okay, then I will put question mark. I am giving you another example. He lifted the box carefully. He lifted the box carefully. If we analyze this sentence, we will have some information. Okay? The information is about manner. Okay? Or the way of action. He lifted the box carefully. Okay? For this information, we will put how. We will put how. As the main verb is in past form, so we will put did as an auxiliary verb. How did? Then we will put subject. How did he? Then we will put main verb, but we will put main verb in the present form. How did he lift? Lifted is the past form of lift. Okay? How did he lift the box? Okay? This is the exact answer. I am giving you another example. He comes to college. He comes to college on foot. He comes to college on foot. Okay? He comes to college on foot. Here we gave information about manner. Okay? That means way of behaving or way of action. He comes to college. He comes to college on foot. Okay? For this information, we will use how as WH word. How? Then we will put auxiliary verb. Okay? But in this sentence we do not get direct auxiliary verb. We get comes as the main verb. Auxiliary verbs will be placed on the basis of main verbs. If the main verb is in present form, we have to use do or does. Do or does as an auxiliary verb. If the subject is in third person singular number, the verb we will put s for es after the main verb. Okay? If the subject is in third person singular number, we will use does as an auxiliary verb. Okay? How does then? According to the instruction, then at first we have to put or use WH word, then we have to use auxiliary verb, then subject, then main verb. Okay? How does she come to college? Okay, this is the right answer. I am giving you another example for your better understanding. He broke the glass. He broke a glass with a hammer. He broke the glass with a hammer. Okay? In this sentence, we get information about manner. Okay? Manner, that means way of action. He broke the glass with a hammer. So we will use how as the WH word. Then we have to use auxiliary verb, because after WH word we have to use after WH words we have to use auxiliary verb. How? As there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence, we will choose auxiliary verb on the basis of main verb. As the main verb is in past form, so we will use did as an auxiliary verb. Okay? How did? Then we will put subject. How did he? But when we use did after subject, we have to use main verb is in present form. Okay? How did? Broke is the past form of break. So we will put break as the main verb. How did he break the glass? Okay, this is the right answer. I hope you have been able to understand clearly how to make WH questions with WH word how. Okay, we'll talk about another option. How many? The instruction is same, but these WH words are used on the basis of information. I brought two books. I brought two books from the two books from the library. I brought two books from the library. Dear students, if we get information about the number of a countable noun, we will use how many. I am repeating it again. If we get information about number of the countable noun, if we get numbers of the countable noun, we will use how many. Okay, here we get number 2, so we can use how many books. Okay, as we get information regarding number, okay, or as we get number, we will use how many books. Then we will use the structure related to inversion. Okay, that means the structure is same for all WH words. How many books? Here there is no direct auxiliary verb. According to the structures, after WH words we will use auxiliary verb. As there is no auxiliary verb in this sentence, we will use auxiliary verb on the basis of main verb. As the main verb proved is in past tense or past form, so we will use did. How many books did? Then we will use subject. We have already discussed, if the subject is in first person, we will use second person in order to make WH question. Okay, how many books? So how many books we will use you as the subject. How many books did you? Then we will use main verb. Okay, broke is the present form of brought. Okay, how many books did you borrow from the library? Then I will put question mark. Dear students, I am telling you again, if you fail to put question marks, the question will not be correct. Okay, how many books did you borrow from the library? I am giving you another example. How many will be placed when we get number of the countable noun from the given sentence? Okay, I take 5 cups of T a day. I take 5 cups of tea a day. Okay, dear students, I take 5 cups of tea a day. Here we get number. I take 5 cups. I take 5 cups of tea a day. So, according to the structures, we will put how 5 cups. So, here we get numbers of a countable number. Okay, 5 cups. So, we will put how many cups. How many cups? Then, according to the structure, we have to use auxiliary verb. But in the sentence, there is no direct auxiliary verb. Okay? I take subject plus main verb. Here, there is no direct auxiliary verb. We know auxiliary verb will be fixed on the basis of main verb. If the main verb is in present form, we will use do or does. We will use do or does as an auxiliary verb. But if the subject is first person or second person, we will use do as an auxiliary verb. Okay? Then we'll use do. How many cups? Do. On the basis of main verb, we have to use auxiliary verb. As the main verb is in present form, so we have to use do or does as an auxiliary verb. As the subject is first person, so we will use do as an auxiliary verb. How many cups? Do. Then we have to use subject. We know if the subject is first person, we have to use second person in order to make WH question. Okay? How many cups do you? Sorry, how many cups of tea? How many cups of tea do you take? Do you take a day? How many cups of tea do you take a day? This is the right answer. I am giving you another example. It will help us to make it clear. Okay? There are 28 days in February. There are 28 days in February. Okay, look at the sentence. There are 28 days in February. From this sentence, we get information about number of a countable number. Okay, look at, there are 28 days. There are 28 days. Here the number is 28. Okay, so according to the structure, we will put how many. Here we get auxiliary verb. Okay? How many days are? Here we get auxiliary verb directly. Okay? How many days are? Then subject in February. How many days are there in February? Okay, dear students, I think you have clearly understood WH words regarding how and how many. Okay, then we will use how much. How much? Okay, I am giving you example. How much is used when we get information about number of an uncountable number. Okay? If we get information about number of a countable number, we will put or we will use how many. But if we get information about number of a uncountable number, we will use how many? I am repeating it again. If we get information regarding number of a countable number, we will put how many as WH words. Okay? If we get information regarding number of an uncountable noun, we will use how much. I am giving an example, it will be clear for you. He gave me 500 paper. He gave me, the book cost me 500 paper. 500. The book cost me 500 paper. So according to the structure, here we get number of uncountable noun. Money is considered as uncountable noun. So we have to use how much. Here the verb is in present form and the subject is third person. So we will use does as an auxiliary verb. How much does the book cost you? First person will be replaced by second person. How much does the book cost you? Okay? If I will talk about how old. How old? If we get information regarding age, if we get information regarding age, we will use how old as the WH word. Okay? I am giving you example. My brother is 30 years old. From the sentence we get information about age, 30 years old. So according to structure, we will use how old. Okay? How old, then we will use auxiliary verb. How old is, if the subject remains first person, it will be turned into second person. My here positive form, so I have to put second person as a positive form. How old is your brother? Okay, this is the right answer. Dear student, you are advised to practice more and more. If you practice more and more, you will be able to understand framing WH questions. If you are able to make WH questions, you will find it very interesting. So, practice at home. If you feel any problem, you will write me the questions related to framing WH question in the framing box. Okay? In the comment box. Okay, dear student. No more today. See you again tomorrow with a new topics. Okay?